Cleopatra, the Egyptian queen who bent the might of Rome to her will, and Queen Elizabeth I, the brilliant ruler who saved England from collapse. Imagine what would have happened if these two rulers, each surrounded by challenges, had united, not for kingdom dominance alone, but also for something far greater. What would they have accomplished together? Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, is often remembered for her intelligence, political savvy, and legendary beauty. But did you know her true strength came from her ability to navigate complex relationships, whether with Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, or the entire Roman Empire? Yet, despite her power, she faced the constant threat of losing her kingdom to Roman conquest and intrigue. Then, there's Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen of England. Her reign brought peace and prosperity, but at a price. As a woman in a man's world, she was constantly fighting off both external threats and internal doubt. Though renowned for her diplomacy and strength, Elizabeth struggled with the pressures of maintaining her authority in a world where women were often seen as less capable of ruling. Now, picture this: Cleopatra and Elizabeth I, two women of unmatched ambition and intellect, meeting in a world where their paths never crossed. What if, instead of battling their own battles separately, they joined forces? Would their differences be a barrier or a bridge to something unimaginable? It's 1587, and rumors swirl about an Egyptian envoy traveling across the Mediterranean. The royal courts of Europe are buzzing. Elizabeth I, already an experienced diplomat, is intrigued. When Cleopatra, revived by time, steps into the royal court of England with a plan to unite the fragmented world around them, there is both awe and skepticism. But Cleopatra, with her knowledge of Egypt's ancient culture and secrets, quickly wins Elizabeth over, recognizing the queen's diplomatic genius and sharp mind. Elizabeth, in turn, is fascinated by Cleopatra's ability to use not just politics but charisma and charm to command the loyalty of men like Caesar and Antony, who would have never dared to oppose her. Now, instead of relying on men for alliances, they create their own. Elizabeth, with her intelligence in matters of statecraft, guides Cleopatra through the intricacies of European politics, while Cleopatra teaches Elizabeth the art of seduction and persuasion, using her feminine power to influence kings and emperors. Their partnership isn't without friction. Elizabeth, a woman of the Protestant faith, finds Cleopatra's deep ties to Egyptian gods strange and foreign. Cleopatra, raised in a world where the gods and the pharaoh's bloodline were inseparable, initially sees Elizabeth's pragmatism as a weakness. But as time passes, they learn from each other. Elizabeth teaches Cleopatra the value of strong governance, and Cleopatra shows Elizabeth how to master the subtleties of public image, how to make every appearance feel like a carefully crafted performance. They join forces not to conquer or to wage war, but to strengthen their influence over the minds and hearts of their people. Together, they embark on a journey to heal their own nations, one bringing stability to her kingdom and the other fighting the looming threat of religious and political upheaval. As their influence grows, they realize something unsettling: the world isn't ready for two female rulers to hold this much power. Both face assassination plots and betrayal from within their own courts, proving that even the strongest alliances come with a price. In their last meeting, Cleopatra leans forward, whispering to Elizabeth, "We are seen as symbols of power. But true power is the power to make others believe in us, not just our titles." But would they have succeeded in making the world believe in them? Or would the world prove too harsh for their combined influence? Is it possible that history would have been shaped differently by these two queens, one from the east, one from the west? Or would their unity have been crushed by the same forces that sought to silence them both? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this historical what if, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more. You won't want to miss what happens next.